Listen carefully, my brother, my sister. Something has happened behind the walls of the Vatican. Something the world was not supposed to know. Not yet. But heaven never waits for man's schedule, does it? Somewhere deep beneath the apostolic palace, where the tourists never wander, where the marble sweats in the darkness, a parchment was broken open. A sealed parchment, untouched for centuries, marked with two ancient symbols, the cross and the crescent. Why these two? Why now? Israel and Iran. Two nations, two faiths, two fires burning from the time of Abraham. And now, according to whispers in the Curia, their fate is written side by side. In words so old, the Vatican itself dared not read them until Pope Leo XIV broke the seal with trembling hands. Why? Why did he do this? What did he see that made him rise from prayer and send urgent messengers in the night? Why did the guards at St. Peter's Gate see two unknown envoys slip out at dawn, one bound for Tel Aviv, the other for Tehran? Is this about peace or something far, far darker? A warning of fire, of war, of prophecy long hidden beneath the basilica itself? You deserve to know. And yet, they will not speak this on the news. CNN won't tell you. Neither will Al Jazeera. Not even the Vatican's own press office dares to whisper the truth of what Pope Leo XIV has uncovered. But here, in this moment, you will hear it. You see, my friend, this is not a story of politics. This is a story of prophecy, of ancient words. From an age when angels still walked among men, words that speak of Israel, Iran, and a moment of decision that has now come upon the world. You may feel it already, deep in your bones. The unease when you hear the news, the strange dreams that wake you at 3 a.m., the sense that something is about to break, but no one will say what it is. But the Vatican knows. And Pope Leo XIV, he has read what no man dared read. He has seen the secret that was locked in gold and wax and silence for over 450 years. A prophecy that says, when Israel and Iran come to the brink, the church must choose. Choose what? No one outside the apostolic chamber can say for certain. But the signs are rising, one by one. Rumors of strange lights over Jerusalem. Whispers of a missing relic in Qom. The sudden, unexplained return of a Vatican envoy from the East, without public reason. And now this message, the most urgent voice to come from the Vatican in our lifetime. Pope Leo XIV's voice is breaking his silence. What made him speak? And why does his message, this quiet, hidden warning, concern Israel and Iran at this very moment in history? Stay with me, friend. Do not turn away. For once you hear what has been hidden until now, you will see the world's news through new eyes, and you will understand why this message has come to you. Comment, awake, if you feel something stirring deep in your spirit. For what comes next may change everything you thought you knew. Tensions rise, like smoke before fire, between two ancient lands, Israel and Iran. But listen carefully, my friend. This is no ordinary struggle of politics, no mere clash of governments, embassies and treaties. No, something far older, far darker, is moving beneath the surface. For behind the headlines you read on your phone, behind the cameras flashing in the halls of the United Nations, the Vatican watches, and the Vatican warns. But why? Why now? Why break the silence that has lasted generations? Why send quiet messages in the night, sealed not with politics but with prophecy? Look here, satellite images, Tehran under a red sky, Jerusalem gleaming beneath the sun. Two cities, two destinies, drawing closer by the hour, and in a small stone chapel far from the world's eyes. Pope Leo XIV kneels alone, his rosary in his hand, his eyes closed. But he is not asleep. No, brother, no, sister, he is awake. He has seen what no one else dares to speak. Sources from the deepest rooms of the apostolic palace, silent men who do not speak lightly, whisper of secret letters sent to Jerusalem itself. to the chief rabbi. Words not for public ears, questions that have no answer in the daily news. And from Iran, strange rumors of a private Vatican emissary, unofficial, unnamed, sent quietly to Qom, the holy city of the Shia faith. Unconfirmed, of course, unacknowledged, but the signs are there for those who watch carefully, as the Curia has always watched. Why? Why would the Pope reach out, in secret, to both of these great, ancient enemies? What could cause the successor of Peter, the bishop in white, to speak with such urgency? What does he see rising on the horizon that the rest of the world refuses to see? And what of the prophecy? Ah, yes, the prophecy long forgotten, lost beneath the dust of the Vatican library, buried in scrolls no living pope has dared to unseal until now. They say, an ancient parchment marked with strange symbols, the cross, the crescent, and a broken star. It lay untouched in the vault of the Archivum Secretum for over 400 years, until Pope Leo XIV broke the seal. And what did he read? They will not tell us. But those who serve near him, those who tend the lamps in the apostolic chapel, who sweep the marble floors outside his study, they have heard things. Fragments of Latin prayers not spoken since the Council of Trent, mentions of the 13th shepherd, of the red crescent touching Zion's gate, of a fire that must not be lit, lest the world fall into darkness. And you must ask yourself, why did Pope Leo XIV, who speaks so rarely, now choose this moment to send warnings into the world? To Tel Aviv, to Tehran, and perhaps even to you. What connects Israel and Iran now? What force has bound their destinies like threads twisted by unseen hands? And what secret lies lost beneath St. Peter's Basilica, beneath the marble tombs and iron gates and endless catacombs of Rome? For there is more, my friend, much more. The scroll, yes, the scroll itself was incomplete. One page, missing. Some say it was torn out by a frightened monk in the days of Pope Pius V. Some say it was stolen by a Templar knight fleeing east, toward Persia, the ancient land of Iran. And without that page, the prophecy cannot be fully known. But fragments remain, clues, echoes. The two fires shall meet, it says, over a holy place, under a crescent moon and an iron star. The dome of the rock, perhaps, the Wailing Wall, or something else, something hidden, waiting to be revealed. Why now? Why this moment in history? Why has Pope Leo XIV, keeper of the keys of St. Peter, broken his vow of silence to speak to Israel and Iran together? What does the missing page contain? A promise, a curse, a command? No one in the Vatican will say. But you can feel it, can't you? That stirring in your spirit. The feeling that history itself has bent, ever so slightly, towards something great and terrible. Could it be the long-dreaded third conflict the saints warned of? Or is it the spark of an impossible peace, a miracle unlike any the world has seen since Jerusalem's walls first rose? No one knows, not yet. But this much is certain. The Vatican has seen the signs, and Pope Leo XIV is no fool. He has broken the seal for a reason, and now that reason touches you. What do you think is written on that missing page? What secret binds Israel and Iran and the Church in this moment of decision? Comment your thoughts below, my friend, for the truth may not stay hidden much longer. But this is not where the mystery ends. No, my friend. In fact, this is only the beginning. For what stirred Pope Leo XIV to break the ancient seal? What made him tremble in prayer and summon messengers to the farthest corners of the earth was not merely the words on that parchment. It was the vision that came after. A vision in the darkest chapel of the Vatican, the Chapel of Tears. Few know of this place. Fewer have entered, and none outside the circle of 7 cardinals have ever spoken of what happens within. But something happened there, just days ago. Pope Leo XIV, alone, deep in prayer before the relic of St. Peter's chains. No light but the flicker of an old oil lamp, no sound but his breath, and something else, A whisper, a stirring in the air, like wings without weight. And then he saw it. A vision so clear, so fierce, that it froze his voice in his throat. His journal records only this: the dome split open, two fires meeting above it, one from the east, one from the west, and beneath them, the world held its breath. What does it mean? Even his closest advisors cannot say. But the signs are there, growing. In Israel, rumors of strange lights over the old city. A shepherd boy's report of a voice in the desert. In Iran, reports of a hidden relic missing from Qom's sacred vault. Whispers that the Ayatollah's council has received a secret warning, one they cannot explain. Is this the fulfillment of that torn prophecy? When fire meets fire, and the olive and the cedar burn together, the 13th shepherd shall kneel beneath a sky of blood and silver. What shepherd? What sky? And why does this sound so much like the vision of Fatima, the third secret that the world was never meant to hear? Pope Leo XIV has spoken of none of this publicly. Not yet. But the signs cannot be hidden. A private plane, unmarked, left Rome 2 nights ago. Its destination, Tel Aviv. Another, smaller, bound for Tehran, carrying an unregistered emissary. The Vatican denies both flights. But the flight logs tell another story. Why reach out to both enemies in secret at the same hour? Why now? What danger or miracle is so great that the Vatican would risk exposure? Some believe it is a warning, a last attempt to stop the inevitable. Others fear it is a preparation for the fires to meet, for prophecy to awaken, and for the church to stand at the very heart of the storm. But there is one more secret. A detail no one has dared speak aloud. The missing page of the prophecy, gone for centuries, torn away by hands unknown, lost to time, or so they thought. For according to an anonymous letter slipped beneath the door of the archivist cardinal just last week, that page may not be lost at all. It may have survived, hidden not in Rome, not in Jerusalem, but in Qom itself, beneath the Grand Seminary. Could the final words of the prophecy, the part Pope Leo XIV needs most, rest in the hands of Iran's clerics even now? If so, who will read it first? And what decision will they make when they do? This is the question the Pope wrestled with in the Chapel of Tears. This is the burden that drew tears from the Vicar of Christ. For if Israel and Iran act without knowing the full prophecy, if the fires meet before the scroll is made whole, then history itself may break, and none can say how it will be repaired. Not the leaders of nations, not the armies of the world, not even the church, only heaven. And you, my friend, you were meant to hear this, not by chance, not by curiosity, but because the Spirit calls you to watch, to listen, to pray. For the hour approaches, and soon, very soon, the choice must be made. What do you believe is written on that lost page? What truth is so powerful it was hidden from the world for 400 years? Comment below, brother, sister. Speak what your spirit tells you, for the time of silence is ending. But there is more, my friend, much more. For this vision, this prophecy, this trembling secret within the Chapel of Tears did not remain hidden in prayer. It moved, it breathed, it traveled beyond the Vatican walls. What no one was meant to see, what no press agency will ever report, began to unfold behind the sealed doors of the Apostolic Palace. I tell you this, not as rumor, but as whispered fact from those who sweep the marble floors and light the candles near the Pope's chamber. An unmarked envelope, a sealed document, slipped quietly into the hands of a trusted emissary, one who has no official title, one who exists only in the shadows of the Holy See's ancient diplomacy. That message, marked by the cross of Peter and the seal of the fisherman's ring, was sent to 2 places, 2 cities, 2 ancient foes. First to Jerusalem, into the hands of the chief rabbi himself, and then another, carried swiftly in silence to Tehran, to the Grand Ayatollah's private chamber. What was written in those letters no one dares say, But some in the Curia, those who listen at doorways long forgotten, claim they carried a warning, a final appeal. Not for war, not for peace, but for obedience to prophecy. For the words of the torn scroll, what little remains, speak not of treaties or weapons. They speak of fire, of light, of the danger when old covenants are broken, and old altars are desecrated. And there is more. A private flight from Rome to Tel Aviv, unmarked, logged only by a shadow entry in the Vatican archives. Another flight, smaller, bound for Tehran, carrying a priest whose name has been struck from the public rolls. Unofficial, they said. Unconfirmed, they insisted. But the evidence whispers otherwise. Why would Pope Leo XIV risk this? Why would the Vicar of Christ reach into the courts of both Zion and Persia at the same hour, unless the danger was grave beyond words? Some claim, and listen closely, for this is said only in trembling voices within the College of Cardinals, that the Pope's message was simple: the fires must not meet, not yet, not without the whole prophecy revealed. But others believe the message was far darker, a command to prepare. For a moment long foretold in the lost books of the Vatican, a moment when Jerusalem and Qom would decide the fate of the world. What could cause such fear in the Vatican's heart? The scroll speaks of two lamps, one over the east, one over the west, of a great shadow rising between them. If these are Israel and Iran, and if the shadow is war, then the prophecy is unfolding now, and the Pope is running out of time to stop it. But wait. There is a twist, a terrible uncertainty. For the missing page, the one page that completes the prophecy, is still lost. Or is it? Last week, an unsigned letter was left at the Vatican's gate. No seal, no sender. Only these words, scrawled in Latin: Pars ultima in Qom latet. The last part lies hidden in Qom. If this is true, then the Ayatollah holds the final piece of the puzzle. And if he reads it before Rome does, what choice will he make? Will he see a warning of peace, or a command for war? No one knows. Not Pope Leo XIV, not the cardinals, not the world leaders who smile for cameras while they sharpen their swords behind closed doors. Only heaven, and perhaps you. For you have heard this now, not by chance, not by mistake, but because you are meant to watch, to pray, to wonder, and to ask. What is the true message that Pope Leo XIV dared to send? A plea for mercy? A warning of fire? Or the first silent trumpet blast of the final prophecy unfolding? What do you believe the Pope's message was? What secret lies in that missing page, still hidden in the East? Type your thoughts below, friend. But pause, my friend. Look backward, into the shadow of history. For this strange movement of secret letters, this trembling of prophecy awakened, this is not new, no. The Vatican has seen this pattern before, hidden, repeated, always in the moments before the world tilts toward fire. Listen. In 1967, when the Six-Day War shook the dust of Jerusalem, a secret telegram left the Apostolic Nunciature in Israel, bound for Rome. It warned of a bright light seen above the Temple Mount, a light the pilgrims did not see, a light seen only by those watching from the hills. And again, 1981, the Iran hostage crisis. A Vatican emissary, known only as Brother Thomas, traveled in secret to Tehran. His mission? To deliver a parchment, sealed in crimson wax, to the Ayatollah's council. That document vanished. Its contents remain unknown. But the records show this. 2 days after the emissary arrived, the hostages were freed. Was this chance or prophecy at work? And now, this. A parchment broken open by Pope Leo XIV. 2 hidden messages sent across the earth. And the fires of Israel and Iran flickering, unseen, just beyond the public eye. Why this pattern? Why this return of old shadows? Some scholars of the Vatican, hidden deep in the Lateran Library, believe they know. For there is a prophecy, so ancient, so carefully buried, that few remember its name. The prophecy of the 2 flames. It speaks of a time when East and West, crescent and star would rise in anger, when the church would be forced to choose its place, not on the side of power, not on the side of empire, but between them, at the meeting point, where fire meets fire. And when that happens, the scroll warns, the 13th shepherd shall fall, and the world shall gasp for breath. But who is the 13th shepherd? Some say it is a pope, others a forgotten bishop, still others fear it is Israel's own lost shepherd king. No one knows, not for sure. But this much is certain, this pattern cannot be ignored. The Vatican whispers, and the world trembles soon after. Coincidence or prophecy, breathing again after centuries of sleep? And what of the scroll itself? Why was it hidden all these years? Because it spoke of this very moment, of Iran rising in shadow, of Israel bracing for war, of a secret path the church must walk, not with weapons, not with treaties, but with truth. But the scroll was torn, a page stolen, some say by a frightened monk in the days of Pope Pius V, others say by a traitor, a spy of the old Eastern empires who fled with the fragment to Persia. And now that page may lie hidden beneath calm, the final warning, the last key, and unless it is returned, the Pope cannot complete the prophecy. The world cannot choose wisely, and the flames may meet without restraint. You see, this is not politics. This is prophecy. And prophecy does not wait for men. It moves. It stirs the hearts of leaders. It shakes the hands of kings. And it watches you. Now. For if the fires meet, if Israel and Iran are drawn into the conflict the scroll foretells, the world will not remain the same. The dome will split, the flames will touch, and the church itself may suffer a wound that cannot heal. The old prophecies have warned of this. The saints foresaw it, Fatima whispered it. But the Vatican, it has always hidden such things from the world, until now, until Pope Leo XIV broke the seal. Why did he speak? Why risk everything? Because the pattern has returned. The signs are rising, and the moment to choose is almost here. But you are awake now. You have heard what the world ignores, and you must ask yourself, is this prophecy? Or is this the careful hand of history, playing out the ancient warnings once more? Type your belief below, friend, prophecy or politics. For soon, this truth will touch us all. But my friend, this is not the end. No, the deepest mystery has yet to be spoken, the lost page, the missing fragment of the prophecy that could change everything. For what good is a warning if the final line is torn away? What power has a message if its conclusion is lost? And yet, this is the Vatican's terror. This is the burden Pope Leo XIV carries, silently, day after day, beneath the weight of St. Peter's keys. Because the scroll, the ancient prophecy, is incomplete. One page is missing. One page that holds the end of the vision. Some say it was stolen, taken in secret by a disobedient monk during the dark days of the Ottoman Wars. Others claim it was smuggled east by a dying Templar knight, lost forever beneath the sands of Persia. But then, a letter, anonymous, unmarked, delivered by hand to the Vatican gate. Its only words, scrawled in trembling Latin, pars ultima in com latet. The final part lies hidden in Com. Com, the holy city of Iran, the heart of Shia Islam. Is it possible? Could the missing page and the final warning of the scroll be there even now, locked away in a secret vault beneath the seminary, guarded by men who do not know what they possess? Or worse, guarded by men who do know. And if they read it first, if Iran's religious council sees the last line of the prophecy before Rome does, what will they do? Will they see a call for peace or a command for war? Will they close the gate of fire or throw it open forever? No one knows. Not the Pope, not the cardinals, not the world's greatest spies, only heaven. But listen carefully, friend, for this is what chills the hearts of those who walk the Vatican's dark corridors. If the scroll's final page commands conflict, if it declares that the fires must meet now, at this hour, then nothing can stop what is coming. No prayer, no treaty, no army. But if it warns of mercy, of restraint, of patience yet unfulfilled, then Pope Leo XIV's message was right, his warning true, and there is time to save the world. But until that page is found, until the last word is read, the world holds its breath. Israel waits, Iran prepares, and Rome prays, and you are left with a choice, to watch, to wonder, to pray. For when that page is revealed, whether in calm or in the ruins of an old Vatican vault, the world will change in a single day, and nothing, no kingdom, no temple, no soul, will be untouched. This is why Pope Leo XIV broke the seal. This is why he sent his secret messengers into the dark, because the missing page holds the future. And until it is found, every day that passes brings us closer to the meeting of the two fires, to the hour of decision, to the moment when prophecy and power collide. Will the flames be quenched, or will the world burn? The scroll does not say, not yet, but soon, very soon. And when that moment comes, my friend, remember these words. You heard the warning first, not from the mouths of kings, not from the screens of the news, but here, in silence, in truth, where the Spirit still whispers to those who will listen. What do you believe is written on the missing page? A promise or a curse? Comment your vision below, for when the scroll is whole and the fires meet, your heart must already have chosen its side. Brother, sister, what you have just heard is no ordinary tale. It is not news, it is not politics, it is prophecy unfolding in real time. The scroll was broken, the message was sent, and the fires are drawing near, but what comes next remains hidden. Because the missing page, the final truth, is still out there, waiting, watching. And so the question remains, what do you believe is written on that page? A call to peace, a warning of war, a final chance for the world to kneel or to fall? You must decide. For the day will come, soon, when the truth is revealed to the world. But you have heard it first, here, on this quiet channel, away from the noise, away from the lies, away from the blindness of the world. Welcome, friend, to Pope Leo XIV Truth. Here, we speak what others fear, we reveal what others hide, and we pray for eyes to see before it is too late. If your heart stirred, if something inside you whispered, "This is true," then do not leave this moment behind. Click, subscribe, become part of this quiet remnant, those who watch the signs, who listen for the whispers of God in the storm, and comment below. What do you believe is written on the lost page? Your voice matters here, for the Spirit moves, even in comment sections, and truth is revealed to those who seek it. Type awake if your soul feels the warning. Type fire if you believe the prophecy is unfolding. And share this video, yes, share it, before the silence closes again. For the scroll will be read, the page will return, and when it does, you will want to know the truth first. Stay with us, friend. The next revelation is near, and until then, pray, watch, wait. For the hour approaches, some truths wait for the ready. Are you ready?